Hey y'all, it's Arwen, the professional joy seeker. And yes, I'm grouping up a couple of videos so that I can get some content out because I've been going crazy with another thing. But I'm really excited. I'm going to do the Thunderstorm Tarot tag by Eveline or Eveline Timeless. If you're not subscribed to her channel, please go watch her video and click subscribe. Lots of fun. Now, she talks about having a big thunderstorm and coming up with a tarot spread as she kind of analyzed how she was reacting to the storm. These could be one of my favorite ways to make spreads other than quotes. Quotes are like top of the line for me. So here are the questions. What scares me? What tension needs clearings? What will the rain wash away? And then after the storm. She's done something really special here. She's taken a great big thing, what scares me, and then she talks about what tension needs clearing, kind of a natural progression, and then what will the rain wash away, and then after the storm. So it's a really nice progression. It's got some good, hopeful stuff in it, and this is what I like about tarot spreads that are well done. So thank you, Eveline Timeless or Eveline. I'm so sorry, I don't know how to say your name. You'd think I'd listen, I could remember. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to be using the Paulina Tarot. It's by Paulina Cassidy. She's got two decks out that are tarot, Paulina and the Joie de Vivre. Then she's got a new one coming out called Spirit Song. I am super excited about that one. These are all U.S. Games decks. She's got a Witchlings Oracle that is so precious and gives really good readings. So let's take a look. And I'm going to do this for myself, so y'all are going to see me bare my soul. Well, let's see what happens, okay? So the first question is, what scares me? And the way I read, I shuffle the cards while I'm thinking about it. I could be talking about it. And then I will cut the cards. And how I cut them is I use my dominant spoonerism, my non-dominant hand, and cut 3 piles towards my dominant hand. And honestly, because I do this so much for my clients, because I do video chats, it's kind of doesn't do the same thing for me that I want it to do. But that's okay. What scares me? Mother Humper. The Nine of Swords. This is so true. My own anxieties, my own fears, I build them up. I make them bigger than they need to be. And the Nine of Swords is a card that tells me, girl, one of those swords is real. The rest are all figments of your imagination. So my choice now is to figure out in all the things that scare me, and y'all wouldn't believe what a big scaredy cat I am. I'm scared of ants. I'm scared of roaches. I'm scared of abandonment. I'm scared of centipedes. I'm scared of bad milk. Okay, maybe not. But I truly have a lot of fears. So this is a really interesting card. I'm going to have to really kind of work with this, right? And think, Nine of Swords. And she also kind of looks like she's fading away, right? Like she's, but look at that gruesome face up there. If it'll focus. Let me let it focus on my nails. Focus. Oh my gosh. Really, camera? Let's see if it'll focus on the words. It says, Arwen, I would love to focus on the words if you would just quit shaking. It may not focus on her artwork because she has a very fluid style. There we go. She scary face up there? Yeah. Okay. I'm done with this reading. Okay. What tension needs clearings? Oh, this one's kind of sad because I know what this is about. 5 of Cups. This is that abandonment issue I talked about in the scares me. So it really is hitting on my abandonment issue a lot. Damn it. It's something I'm working with actively, so that's probably why. Um, I think many of us have abandonment issues. You know, people die when we're young, and that kind of gets it started. Um, so a lot of that is around that. My dad died on my 10th birthday or 11th birthday. No, 10th birthday, sorry. So it's a big deal for me, right? It's one of those, oh my God. I've gotten past that, but then as other deaths happen, pets, things like this, where I wasn't processing it very well, I really developed a huge issue with abandonment. And I have to be honest with y'all, when I did the Patreon thing, that's one of the things I had to deal with, because in my heart, I thought they're going to abandon me. I've done something bad. I'm not doing what I should. And I had to really work with that before I could actually do the Patreon thing, because I felt like I was going to be abandoned and that I was abandoning you. So it was that's why it's a big deal for me. And that's why you'll hear me talk about it a little bit more, because it was a shakeup for the Arwen. Now, let's look and see, what will the rain wash away? Real? This is one of the most beautiful cards. Temperance. That's an interesting card about what will be washed away once I deal with the abandonment issues, right? Because you kind of, when you do this, once you've identified and then clarified, and then you want to look at how you're going to work with that. Temperance being washed away really speaks to me on, I'll find ways to be more moderate, I'll find ways to balance, and best, I'll find ways to change the energy. Because that's what Temperance is doing here. She is card of the alchemist for many of us, and she is changing energy. You know, the alchemist wanted to change lead into gold. That was one of their main things. I think there were other things they wanted to change as well. But Temperance changes energy. She applies moderation, she applies balance, she applies wisdom, and she changes the energy. So this is saying to me, I get to change the energy. I get to remake how I respond to my own issues of abandonment. I like that. Now, after the storm, the tarot's having fun with me, y'all. After the storm is the Ten of Wands. She always has these little critters down here, which I love. This is the card of learning how to say no for me. It's an overburdened card. It's a card of, it's hot in here, y'all, sorry. It's a card of, you really need to lighten up, loosen up, let go. So that's good. That, I know it doesn't seem good, but it is. And I want you to look at the progression of color. All right, let me do this like this. It's interesting in a progression spread like this to watch and look at what you see visually. So kind of dark, a little lighter, definitely lighter, and brighter. So this to me is a nice spread, and I got swords, cups, a major, and wands. When I look at that with pentacles not being there, what I go from is, that's an issue that's probably not huge right now. Community, family, wealth, money, prosperity, abundance. So it's not showing up in this particular deck. Sword reverse, so that's mental stuff. And then I bring it down into the emotional with the Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups. Right? Those are the what's the problem. The how to fix is Temperance and Wands. Now, yeah, it's not one of the more pleasant wand cards, but for me it is, because it's the card that shows up for a lot of my women clients and a lot of the men who can't say no too. And it's a no card. It's learning how to say no, thank you. I've got plenty on my plate right now. I cannot do that. You know, or just as Emperor Honeyraven says, no. It's a complete sentence. So I hope this kind of gives you some insight in how I read. And I also want to show you, because I happen to have, y'all will laugh, but just yesterday I stuck a card right up here to keep in front of me. And it's Temperance. It's torn. I have a bunch of cards that I, when I send things out to people, like my books or my decks that I sign, then I pick cards and I stuck them. Woohoo! I stick them in the book. It's just something I like to do. On the Secrets of the Mystic Grove, I just like to open the book and then look and see what the message is. And then I'll write the inscription based on the message. And then I'll pull one of my Rider-Waite's. And they're just the easily found. You can find them in thrift stores for $5 or even less. And I stick them in my book and send them off. And if you have an incomplete Rider-Waite that you want to get rid of, hit me up. I'd love to talk to you about it. So, but when you look at these, I'm sorry, I meant to show you these two together. Right? Let's get them focused. Really cool, right? Really cool set. And I like that. That's why this deck is called a Rider-Waite clone. Let me put my little Temperance up there so I can remember now that I've gotten bopped with the Temperance card. But this was the Thunderstorm Tarot, and it's a spread done by Eveline or Eveline Timeless. And next month, the tarot tag that I've been doing, we're up again. I've already written to the person who's going to be doing the August tarot tag to remind them. So look forward to that. So far, we've had Jesse, we've had Chase, and this month we had Lisa, Tarot Alchemist. So fun stuff. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. And as always, seek joy, y'all. Pass it on.